"Oh, come play this new pixel art fast-paced shooter," they said. "It's loads of fun," they said. "ROBOLT will keep you entertained for hours," they said. And now I say fuck you. My name's Kanan, and if you was going to buy this game, you best like and subscribe and watch the rest of this video before you do. And let's get straight on to the story. And this consists of some bollocks about taking on some big bad, traversing different levels and saving the day. What else could you ask for? Gameplay wise, alright, let's start from the beginning, shall we? Right, this one's a fast-paced side-scrolling shooter. The idea is that you fight your way through these levels, jumping and shooting, avoiding enemies that you can shoot or jump on, their heads obviously, and there's even flying enemies and environmental traps to be, well, disposed of or avoided. And all of this as you travel, picking up circuits and diamonds, or these red things, diamonds aren't red are they, to upgrade your gun and character. So far this actually sounds pretty decent, yes? And I am pretty sure it would have been a decent game if it actually worked correctly. My first run through, however, the game slowed down so much it cost me a life. And no matter how far you get, you start again from the start of the level. Although the levels are short, so it's not so bad, but still annoying. And I really can't fathom out why the frame rate drops so much here and there. The controls are stupidly sensitive, and your character is so small, I kept losing it in the fray. It's like playing a Where's Waldo, but without any of the fun. And most of my gaming experience was on my big screen, which got even worse when I went onto the Switch or on my monitor. The other problem I found was the fact that you can't just turn and shoot. You have to be moving in that direction, and that felt rather odd and also cost me a few lives as well. Adding to all these problems, after starting again, the enemies respawn differently, but some of these shooting ones are so close to you that basically you don't really have that much time to think and get out of the way of their bullets before they hit you, causing obviously another restart. This all sounded bad, and in my first 20 minutes, it kind of felt like Groundhog Day. But believe me, this all was not the worst of it. Buckle up, because oh fuck yeah, it's more broken than all that combined. So when you die, all gems and circuits you've collected stay with you. It's not like you have to get to the end of the level in order to keep them. They literally just stay with you. So each run, whether you get to the end or not, you just keep all that you've had. So in my 20 minutes of dying, coming back, and getting to level 2, basically I collected a lot of them circuits and gems. And this meant by the time I got to the 3rd level of the first stage, I had so many circuits that I basically fully upgraded my character. So what did this mean? Well, starting the 3rd level of the first stage with the ability to jump more or less over most obstacles and enemies made the game easier. Added to this, I had more lives, so if I got hit, it didn't really matter, and also I can pick up like extra lives en route. I also had a second weapon, which was kind of like a missile thing that, well, basically I hardly used it. However, my main weapon turned into a super machine gun that basically mowed anything in my way. Even the bosses had no chance against me by this point, and I easily dispatched them. When everything was leveled up, I was just unstoppable, and I was going through each level in like a matter of minutes. Basically, they broke their own game with their own mechanics. And the weird thing is, all of this could have been fixed easily. And then it was all over in less than an hour. It really was. Let us move on to the graphics, shall we? It definitely is a pixel art game, but the game slowed down so much it was unplayable in small chunks. The rest of the game seemed fine, but I almost just gave up at some points. Your character is also way too small, as I mentioned. I know it's meant to be a small robot, but come on, I mean, jeez. Each level was meant to be unique, and I'm thinking it's kind of like unique as in different settings, but as for the actual places, they were almost identical to the old ones, with a couple of different, spikes here instead of like saws, and some of the enemies changed slightly. It kind of all smelt of reskin city. And for some reason, the start of each level was exactly the same as the last. Literally. The sound, however, was okay. But it had that. You either have it turned on or turned off. There is no middle ground setting, and that really annoys me, as the music was okay, but occasionally I like to turn it down or off, and I just didn't have that option. Moving on to the score. In short, this game needed more time in the workshop for sure. Even for $4.99, it was not worth it. It's broken, and upgrading fully before the third level just broke it even more. It felt like I wasted my time playing it. In fact, editing this video and uploading it to YouTube took way more time than it took to complete the entire game. In fact, I could probably complete it a few more times, not that I'm going to, and still be under the amount of time I just mentioned. ROBOLT gets a very angry 2 out of 10 from me, and I think the lowest score I've given a game for a very long time. But do you agree or disagree? Leave it in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more straight up truth on the games you should or should not be playing. Take care wherever you are, because life is better when we game together.